Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a match between WFZ versus Sock. This game taking place here on Amazonia. We have Sock spawning as... Oh, I'm going to go ahead and swap the colors. Sock spawning as the blue human player over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, WFZ has spawned as the red Undead over here on the top right. Undead versus human in this 1v1, and I am looking forward to some amazing play. Altar of Kings being placed down. Looks like it's going to be a pretty standard opening for human players. Human players pretty much always open up with this particular build almost 9 times out of 10 because they really don't have that many options early on. I guess they could try to go riflemen, and riflemen have actually, and range units lately have been finding more favor. The use of range units almost seem to be a sole undead ability where you just see a lot of crypt fiends. You wouldn't see that many riflemen unless it's specifically to counter huntresses or some other air unit, unarmored unit. Meanwhile, crypt fiends always seem to have effectiveness even when going up against other armor types. I'm not quite sure why that is, but that just is the case as things are now rolling along. Archmage going to go ahead and train up alongside a footman. Back on the other side, it is going to be a death knight along with some ghouls. Graveyard is already down as well. And with that, we should be also looking at a handful of crypt fiends. Tomb of Relics also being placed down here as well, and I'm wondering if the Death Knight is going to try to go for harassment or if he's just going to use some ghouls and crypt fiends early on to get in a good amount of creeping. Archmage should be able to make its way out here and perhaps even clear out this 5-3-3 and also this 3-1-1 creep camp very early. Acolyte now making its way over, purposely aggroing units, and now going to try and attack some of those other peasants to pull aggro over. This is actually a very big deal, taking all of that additional damage. This water elemental going to be forced to, to get taken out, and because it's taken out, a little bit of damage lost on top of, not being able to absorb as much damage because there are just extra creeps right here. Back across on the other side, though, Death Knight, using that Rod of Necromancy, picks up a Slippers of Agility, and now clearing off the remainder of this Forest Troll High Priest creep camp as we are looking at this Apprentice Wizard getting taken out. Archmage sitting at level 2 very comfortably, having up to 6 armor and also Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 now. Take a look at this. Death Knight now looking to back away as we're, seeing Sock sitting at a very high supply. He's sitting at 30 over 30 already. And let's take a look. Large number of peasants, which normally means that there is going to be some sort of expansion attempt. Meanwhile, skeletal minions could end up getting taken down. This is always a little bit of a hazard as those skeletal minions have time life but can end up getting taken out very fast, low on life, and then ending up giving more experience to that Archmage, something you do not want to be doing. More peasants are joining in on the battle here. Footmen coming back around. Skeletal minion going to be coming back. Militia now, making the trek over. And is WFZ just going to ignore all of this? Yes, it is. WFZ gets additional Rod of Necromancy charge use off of the skeletons or off of these corpses down across here to perhaps try and disrupt the creeping going down here. All right, Forest Troll Trapper experience, however, given to Sock. Death Knight, getting pushed away continually. Let's take a look. Rock Golem Archmage does get the experience, and you can tell also by that little bit of gold that showed up. Archmage just shot, now gets up to level 3. Peasants could end up getting taken down. There goes one, as the peasants are going to start building up a town hall and perhaps also an arcane tower. Undead already teching up to tier 2, well on its way, 3/4 of the way over, and with that should be able to get in that Lich to join in on the fight and be able to bolster these additional crypt fiends. Undead at this point most likely going to try and well, do a little bit more experiencing and creeping of his own once the enough units are out onto the field and he's able to efficiently creep. However, the Archmage purposely leaving behind a good number of footmen just in case the Death Knight opts to put down pressure instead. Once this Arcane Tower is up, though, things do change up a bit. Let's take a look. Coming back across over here, Skeletal Minions could get taken out. Skeletal Minions going to try to dive on in. There are 4 of them. Count them 4 as the Death Knight now ready to engage. Peasant. Oh, is he going to be able to jump inside? Yes, he's going to buy himself a little bit of time, but ending up still forced to battle all of this out here. Skeletal Minions going to try to, hide back the other way as the Arcane Tower is still not yet done. Archmage sitting at level 3 has a Wand of Mana Stealing, could perhaps take out some of these skeletal minions as well. 3 skeletal minions should be no problem for the handful of militia that can get turned around and called back across here, taking down some of those units again. Alright, Death Knight being forced to retreat all the way back. Gonna go ahead and engage Renegade Wizard, attempting to clear out some Renegade Wizard going to end up getting taken down here. Archmage, or excuse me, not Archmage, Death Knight taking damage from that Renegade Wizard as the units are still battling it through. Lich just now joins in on the fight. We are at Halls of the Dead. Slaughterhouse getting added. No Obsidian statues as of yet, as Sok takes a 43-30 supply advantage, but is just now started his upgrade to tier 2. Archmage is going to be able to pick up another item, picks up, there's a big Frost Nova. Archmage trying to drop some more units as well. There goes a Footman. Death Knight sitting at level 2 should be able to get a Death Coil off, finishing off that Footman as well, as the Death Knight now shifts back down to the south. Lich sitting at level 1 still has enough mana for a Frost Nova, gives Claws of Attack +6 to that Lich, and they are going to be looking to put pressure in here. Alright, let's take a look. Arcane Tower, are we going to see the repairs? There is the repair. Lich being forced to pull all the way back. Archmage drops a Water Elemental. Death Knight going to perhaps be able to join in as well, as we could see a Frost Nova Death Coil onto those Footmen. Footmen now trying to escape back. Death Knight gets up to level 3, and that level 3, that level 2 Death Coil really starts to eat up a lot more hit points on those unsuspecting units. Death Coil saves the Lich right there. Death Knight still has plenty of hit points. Crypt Fiends, well, perhaps going to back up, but one Obsidian statue is going to allow for, well, a little bit of this chase to happen a bit more. Footmen don't want to overcommit to this fight, as a round or a volley of Crypt Fiend attacks coupled with a Death Knight Death Coil can nearly take out a 300 hit point Footman. Alright, let's take a look back across over here. Death Knight now attempting to retreat. More damage getting added in. Water Elementals could get taken down. There you go, still adding in more Archmage, purposely going after this Obsidian statue that's now down to 360 some odd hit points. Obsidian statue now down to 274. Well, Scroll, Unholy Aura, allowing that Obsidian statue to move down slightly faster, as we're going to be going into a Goblin Tinker second. Sok sitting at 48 supply compared to 39. Goblin Tinker second is going to, open up some strange strategies, as there you can see it. Oh, there is that Pocket Factory, or Pocket Rockets to stun those Crypt Fiends. Footman also with Defend can cause a lot of problems, as well as the Footman able to block off some of that damage. Alright, Pocket Factory those rockets are not really stunning as many units as I thought, as the Tinker is, well, looking to try and fight back against this large army here. Alright, Scroll, another round of rockets. Death Knight down to 126 hit points. Units now trying to back up again, as the Death Knight is right here trying to focus down some of those low hit point units. 46 supply compared to 46. It felt like Sok had the supply advantage for so long, but now, let's call an MC, thank you for the sub, but now no longer the case, as Sok and WFZ are about the same. Goblin Tinker sitting at level 1, Archmage sitting at level 3, not that much mana, now transitioning also into Rifleman off of a dual Rax. You can take a look, Goblin Shredder clearing out many of these trees, as well as I believe a Water Elemental gets taken out here. Alright, Blacksmith getting level 1 weapons upgrade. Arcane Tower nearly taking out some skeletal minions here. That farm about to get taken out. There it goes. No follow-up here as the Arcane Tower needs to be repaired. There it goes. Going to try and repair as that Lich going to take a large amount of damage. Arcane Tower about to fall. There it goes, giving the Lich level 2. Tinker now back out onto the field here. Let's take a look. Rifleman joining in on the fight. A round of stuns, but the stun does not last nearly that long. And, well, it's not very useful compared to, say, a Frost Nova, as you see another round of volleys there, but it barely feels like it's doing that much damage. Rifleman going to continue to battle it up here. Death Knight down to 127 hit points. We could be going into Rifle Caster as the Footmen now look to back up once more. Goblin Tinker in that front line location. You can take a look. There's that stun, but that stun doesn't do very much damage and isn't really slowing anything down. Death Coil saves the Crypt Fiend, as the Crypt Fiends are upgraded 2-0 already. Crypt Fiends very high upgraded damage, pushing through a lot as WFZ is slowly retreating. Sock 58 supply compared to 52. However, the economic advantage of Sock cannot be denied. However, WFZ most likely had the larger army, except he just lost the Crypt Fiend right there. All right, Mass Rifleman coming across the other way. More damage getting in. No Stormbolt, no Thunderclap. Unable to pick off units. Let's take a look. There's a long distance Death Coil again. And I'm starting to wonder if this Goblin Tinker was perhaps a mistake in terms of the selection. There is another skill shot trying to stun, and the animation and the time it takes to reach its target seems to be forever and a day, as the Tinker is almost at level 2. Archmage is at level 4. There is another Death Coil constantly trying to save. Riflemen are sitting 1-0 upgrades. Acolytes even repairing some of the Obsidian statues all across over here, as the Death Knight down to 315 hit points. There goes another Water Elemental. Are we going to see that Death Knight fall down to 82 hit points? Archmage is still right here, trying to deal a little bit more damage again, as the Lich could be in trouble. There is a stun, and once again the Crypt Fiend, well, able to survive ever so barely. All right, let's take a look at that Obsidian statue down to 27 hit points, and it really feels like Sokka is just not following through on its damage. Peasant or Priest now trying to head back here. Death Knight should be able to easily get that there. There is another death, but what is going on here? Death Knight down to 153 hit points, continuing to take more and more damage. Is it going to be able to get away? Finally does, as the Crypt Fiends are now trying to take down this Arcane Tower. Little bit of bonus damage from the creeps. Lich actually in a bad spot, well, unable to escape because all of the Crypt Fiends were blocking his path. There goes a big stun once more. Lich could end up getting taken down, and finally, well, after so much focus fire, the Lich falls as the Death Coil was a split second late. Death Knight now sitting up at level 4. Archmage going to try and catch up. Obsidian statues are here. Goblin Tinker is going to be able to launch a stun against all of those Obsidian statues. It is not going to happen. And Mass Rifleman by Sock going to be the strategy of choice. All right, Archmage purposely backing up. You see a little bit of Purge actually going on as well, as the Tinker is in that front line absorbing a large amount of damage. Tinker will get to level 3 here in just a moment. And with that said, picks up a Belt of Giant Strength, extra hit points, but most likely that is not the item he was looking for. Sock sitting at 64 supply compared to WFZ's 49, as we see the Granite Golems now getting taken out. Crypt Fiends, Obsidian statues now making their way over here to what I'll call the 12 o'clock location. Archmage gonna finish off the Rock Golem. Goblin Tinker with now Cloak of Flames could deal a monstrous amount of damage just by standing amongst all of those units. And are we going to a castle? No. So Sock is actually at tier 2 with Mass Rifleman casters, and he is stopping for now. I don't believe we are about to get 2-0 upgrades on those Riflemen. It should be completed right now, up to 20 to 32 points of damage. Compared to the Crypt Fiends 28 to 43. All right, let's take a look. Riflemen attack significantly faster. Where is all of this going to be going next? Riflemen going to be here ready to go, going after some Sasquatch and some other units. Tinker going to be absorbing a bit of damage as Sentry Wards now dropped off. Forest Trolls will get finished off. Forest Troll Shadow Priest gonna get taken down. Tome of Knowledge picked up by the Goblin Tinker, who is now just shy of level 4. Level 4 Archmage, followed by a level 3, almost level 4 Goblin Tinker. Gonna try to pull back. These two armies are actually very close, and this could be very bad. Sock, if he gets exposed, he is gonna be exposed. Needs to retreat back. Is he gonna go after that Granite Golem? Just 1 or 2 more shots. There it goes. Picks up. What is the item? Is he Cloak of Flames? He drops the Cloak of Flames. Death Knight of WFZ ends up picking it up, and wow, that is a very expensive item to have accidentally dropped. A major misstep right there. More stuns now coming in. Are we going to perhaps see some death of a Crypt Fiend? No, that was just on time right there, as the Death Knight says thank you by stealing that, well, Christmas gift. All right, Death Knight now trying to head back over here once more. Archmage chasing after. Death Knight is at 5, Lich is at 3, compared to a 4 and a 4. But I'm sure that Cloak of Flames and the 200 gold, I believe it sells at, is, well, very much missed by the human army. What is going to be that follow-up play next? Archmage going to go ahead and finish out the Forest Troll Berserkers, picking up Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. That Goblin Tinker has +12 Strength. And if there wasn't a big sign that he should have gone for Mountain King earlier, I think it is even more so now. +12 Strength on a Goblin Tinker or on a Mountain King. I'd rather take the Mountain King any day of the week. Abominations now making a shift back down over here towards the south. Rifleman 2-1 upgrades, going for 2-2 upgrades. We are upgrading the castle now. Meanwhile, WFZ is already at Black Citadel, and we are waiting for that Lich, well, to really make its presence known with that Orb of Corruption, causing a lot of disruption as an Acolyte, well, accidentally walks inside the firing range of those Riflemen. Yep, Flying Sheep. All right, Crypt Fiends back across over here. There is a bit of a stun. Units are going to try and engage Crypt Lord. Well, Crypt Lord with extra armor and an Impale can easily do a lot of damage. Death Knight can easily heal up that Crypt Lord as well. So that Crypt Lord is probably never going to end up falling, as it will also have bonus armor eventually and 600 hit point heals. When the time comes that Crypt Lord gets taken out, that's going to be extremely bad news. Goblin Tinker now trying to retreat back again. Rifleman able to get in a large bit of damage. Scroll of Town Portal. Is that Abomination going to go down? Yes, it does. Enough focus fire happened right there to enable it. Peasants, Militia joining on the fight now need to retreat. Otherwise, WFZ is just going to say thank you to all of this free experience. And say thank you he does, finishing off so many peasants right there in that battle. 66 supply compared to 70. Arcane Tower going to go ahead and continue to repair as well. Goblin Tinker making its way over. Scroll of Regeneration trying to offset the loss and decay of life from these abominations, as this blacksmith looks like it could get taken down. All right, going to go ahead and fight back across here. There goes the abominations finishing off that blacksmith. No more riflemen will be trained, as the Tinker now heads back again. All right, there is a round of volley rockets right there, stunning many of those units. Water Elemental just diving along inside the back, trying to finish off an obsidian statue. That's going to end up getting finished here, as we could see the death of a Crypt Fiend there. Archmage sitting at level 5 drops a Water Elemental. We could try and dive on in the back again, as we see that Water Elemental just taking so much damage. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability used in time. Goblin Tinker still has a good amount of mana. There is another round of stun across all of those units again, as the Crypt Lord gets up to level 2. All right, Goblin Tinker trying to stun more units. Almost finishes off an obsidian statue. Actually, not really. Still has 200 hit points to go, as the Archmage, well, tries to finish off more units here. All right, those rockets are actually coming out much more frequently than I would have normally expected in this match, as well you see round after round of those cluster rockets. All right, there goes a Water Elemental. Goblin Tinker down to 116. Scroll of Town Portal going to try and escape. There's a little bit more stun, but not much to write home about, as Sock is at 66 supply compared to 63. Paladin getting added in as that third hero. Are we getting up a new blacksmith? Yes, we are. Do we have 3-0 upgrades? No, just sitting at 2-2 at this point. as these units will almost get taken out. All right, obsidian statues. Acolyte getting or doing its job to repair that. Meanwhile, repairing at another acolyte here while setting up and trying to haunt the 12 o'clock expansion location. There's only one natural expansion on each side, so this is going to be limited by gold mine limited. There's actually about 20 minutes left in terms of mining, so that's going to be quite some time. The main base, however, of Sock's gold mine is nearly mined out. Same thing for WFZ. And what that means is whoever can manage their gold better is going to be winning this match. Right now, there's going to be a small window. Nope, WFZ going to be able to start mining up here in just a second. Let's take a look at this. Abomination 0-1 upgraded. Is the focus fire going to be enough? Archmage coming across. Orb of fire here ready to go, and that is going to put a rainy day on any sort of death coil healing, as that will be greatly reduced. All right, let's take a look at this. Cryptlord absorbing a large amount of damage. There's a big impale. Holy light, no, inner fire and holy light onto that rifleman there. And the rifleman with inner fire dealing so much damage. And this is a catch-22 for WFZ. If WFZ does actually go for destroyers to devour that inner fire, well, the riflemen are just going to naturally destroy it anyways. Rifleman now ready to engage back once more. There's another impale again. Paladin could be in trouble. Paladin now needs to back up. There's a holy light. Paladin, it doesn't get an item. Paladin trying to hide in the very back. He needs a lone peasant or a lone priest to try and heal him, as that Paladin could get taken out very, very quickly. Where is he going to go? He's in that front line, but for some reason, just dancing in that front location without actually taking that much damage. All right, Paladin continuing to back off once again. Abominations are all here. There's a death coil to heal up that destroyer. Riflemen are upgraded to upgrade with inner fire. Inner fire gives plus 10% attack bonus, and then also I believe plus 5 armor, which is essentially 2.5 levels of armor. So it's almost like 4.5 in terms of overall upgrades while they have inner fire. Destroyers lining up here, ready to go. Militia now making their way off to the north. Let's take a look at this. Paladin now trying to head back. Rifleman going to go ahead and easily engage as the, Crypt Lord has a potion of lesser invulnerability. Is he going to be able to back out of here? Goblin Shredder easily going to get taken out right there, as it does have heavy armor. Destroyers finishing off heavy armor units in no time flat. However, the destroyers do not want to be within firing range of those riflemen, as the battle's still raging on. All right, Abomination down to 197 hit points. So many peasants dead right there. There goes another, as the Death Knight is still trying to chase after. Now, some people have asked me in the past, why do Death Knights not go for Raise Undead? Well, level 3 Unholy Aura is actually just as effective. Raise Undead, well, you'd almost rather have the mana for level 3 Death Coil instead. And if your opponent ever does naturally use Raise Undead, you can always scroll a town portal away, as long as you aren't getting pressed, and pretty much have wait out that Raise Undead. WFZ sitting at 49 supply compared to 74. Lich now making its way over. Goblin Tinker could get taken down. Goblin Tinker actually ventures forth, now being forced to back up down to 13 hit points, but somehow ends up staying alive. Crypt Lord could have thrown a blind impale and taken down that Tinker, but didn't think to do so, as WFZ now making its way back across here. Yep, playing chase. There goes another priest. There goes an impale. There goes another rifleman. There goes another rifleman. And what is that? 7 supply of units gone pretty much instantaneously. There goes up to 9. And we may see some water elementals fall as well. WFZ playing this at a very high level and able to maximize the most out of his units, forcing Sock to retreat, even though Sock has the stronger army. Paladin was resurrected back at the Altar of Kings. He was resurrected already. Rifleman Priest now heading to, perhaps head back down across here. There goes a low hit point Ghoul. That's going to get taken out. And that's the last thing you want to see, just accidentally giving your opponent free experience. There goes Holy Light. Death Coil. Staff of Sanctuary saves the Rifleman again as the Archmage teleports. Wait. Where did it go? I thought could have sworn he teleported it. All right, perhaps I am missing something. Let me know if you see anything up over there. I thought I saw a Staff of Sanctuary. All right, back across over here. Goblin Tinker now making its rounds once again. Tinker is going to be getting into position. Let's take a look, adding in that AoE cluster rockets. And now the Rifleman able to follow it up and just sweep through a bit more damage. 32 supply, 32 damage to, or 21 damage to 36. Wow, can't even talk straight. Priest still available onto the field as the Archmage is here ready to go. Gloves of Haste, Orb of Fire to try and disrupt any healing. Was there a corpse at the castle? Maybe. So maybe there was a Staff of Sanctuary, but a Death Coil was already launched, and the Death Coil tracked over to finish off that unit. All right, Sock here ready to go. Death Coil onto another Rifleman. Rifleman just falling pretty much left and right. Paladin going to come across here, get in more damage again. Death Knight. Well, there is another cluster rocket right in the back, trying to stay alive. That Crypt Lord is doing a great job. We could see another round of cluster rockets right there. There they go. All of those units now trying to head back again as the Riflemen are going to be able to start poking away at the Nerubian Tower and maybe even the Sacrificial Pit to try and take a little bit of a lead. Acolytes are here trying to repair. Is it going to be enough? There's a Devour Magic. It's going to be able to do a little bit of bonus damage. Goblin Tinker still in that front line. May perhaps try and back up here as the Crypt Lord is at level 3 going up against a level 5 Tinker. All right, Crypt Lord now looking to back up once more. Death Coil saving up that Crypt Lord. Obsidian statues need to hide in the very back to perhaps stay alive, as there's one abomination here by WFZ disrupting all the mining. All right, WFZ disrupting all the mining of Sock right now. No mining happening whatsoever. There goes one obsidian statue. Are we going to see another death right there? One more shot would have done it, but the Crypt Fiend will be able to live and fight another day. Acolytes now falling over as well. Let's take a look. One or two more shots. There it goes. And there they all go here. Death Knight now putting pressure on, well, the expansion location. That's pretty much all that is left. We can... All right, I wasn't talking to you. All right, Archmage now making its way back down across here. Death Knight and... well, the Crypt Lord going to, shift its way over here to the top right. There is a low hit point Crypt Fiend. It's going to get taken out. There it goes. Gives level 6 to the Archmage. And now level 6 on an Archmage is the ultimate ability, Mass Teleport. And this really does, well, shrink the size of the world, so to speak. All right, being able to instantly move from one place to another, or near instant, as the Destroyers now make their way across to try and put pressure on the Town Hall. All right, Water Elemental, is it going to back away? No, it is not. I thought it could have just backed away and denied a little bit of experience, decided against it. Meanwhile, Goblin Tinker is still here in that front line, absorbing a large amount of damage, has a lot of hit points, but what can really be hoped to be done? Destroyers also in the air, taking down the Scout Tower as well, and this is turning into a big base race here on Amazonia. Do those rockets do bonus to buildings and mechanical? I don't believe so. It would make sense thematically, but I don't believe that they actually deal bonus damage to buildings at all. As we're looking at, well, Riflemen making their way out. All right, into the center portion of the map. Goblin Tinker perhaps going to try and chase down this Lich. Lich is sitting at level 5. That is a very dangerous Lich to allow him to be just walking out freely. Paladin is at level 2. Level 5 Tinker. Level 6 Archmage. And, well, let's take a look. Where is that Death Knight? Death Knight also at level 6, but most likely with level 3 Unholy Aura and level 3 Death Coil. Destroyers now shifting back over here, perhaps into the main mining location. And, well, Sock says, no, I will have none of that this time around. I am just going to be sitting here like a hawk, trying to focus down some of those units as, well, there goes that Orb of Fire effect, making the healing difficult. Crypt Lord. Back out. Destroyer all here, ready to go. Unit's going to be shifting off to the north. Goblin Tinker is at 5. Archmage is at 6. Where are all of these units going to go next? Paladin sitting at level 2, maxed out on mana. And there is no mining going off for Undead. Still mining coming out for Sock. So Sock knows that perhaps he doesn't really need all that much to try and take an advantage. Every minute that he gets, he's going to be able to get a little bit of an advantage. And as long as he trades efficiently, he will be in a very good spot to take this game. Archmage here, ready to go. Gonna go ahead. There's the cluster. There's the Impale. Tinker is in that front line. Let's take a look. And well, Impale, Staff of Sanctuary saves. Paladin is right there. There is another line of cluster rockets. Temporarily stops them, but nothing like a Stomp or a Frost Nova coming in from, Orc and Undead. All right, let's take a look. Criplord could end up getting taken down. Down to 316 hit points. Are we going to see a Death Coil? Yes, we are. Back up to 900 in an instant. And all of that work done by Sock pretty much erased with 75 mana. All right. Rifleman purposely backing away, trying to get a little bit of extra space. Meanwhile, the destroyers are not with the rest of the army. And with that, the rifleman says, yeah, you can continue to stay and just chase me. Perhaps I'll just be able to finish off or have my brothers finish off your brothers instead. Tinker sitting at 5. Paladin should be getting very close to 3. Still only about 2.5. We're looking for a frontline engagement. And, well, just constantly just focusing down some of those units. Goblin Tinker in a tough spot. Is he going to be able to get a big stun? Yes, gets a big stun across multiple units. But they are able to break free once again. No movement speed aura for human. And is that going to be a problem? Well, yeah, I believe so, as Unholy Aura increases the movement speed of all other units by about 20 to 30%, depending on what level you have it out. I think it starts at 10, then it goes to 20, then goes to 30. No, no one ever gets 100% bonus damage to speed. Well, maybe. All right, Goblin Tinker finding an Acolyte pretty much out in the open. Gonna finish him off. Rifleman joining in on the fight. Let's take a look. Mass teleport. Where did they go? Teleported back down to the south to try and offer a bit of protection. One scout tower also being placed out a bit farther to offer insight on when his opponent was going to be, well, getting ready to move along. All right, there you go. There's that pocket factory again. There goes an abomination followed by a priest. And who's going to win out on this fight? More stuns again. And it looks like that abomination looks like it will, in fact, make it. As that abomination now down to 403 hit points, but still somehow surviving. WFZ could be in trouble. Holy Late trying to finish off the Criplord. However, the Death Knight with a 600 hit point heal able to get, well, the Criplord back up to upwards of 400 damage. Now currently seen at 490. What would be? Team color? Oh, the Tinker. Alright, Goblin Tinker. AoE damage. Mass Rifleman. Riflemen are upgraded 3-2. I don't see any sign of 3-3 upgradings as of yet. And with no 3-3 upgrades, well, the Riflemen are still going to be taking a fair amount of damage. We do have Devotion Aura. There goes a Death Coil Frost Nova onto that poor Rifleman. He probably saw what was about to hit him, but knew that there was nothing that he could really do.
Our forces are under attack.
What's funny?
I saw one enemy to cause an awesome monster, and now they're playing chase.
Ah.
And now they're going to
Yep. Destroyer should win out in this battle. Yep. Easily win out. Meanwhile, back down across over here. Let's take a look at this cluster onto the Death Knight and the Lich. Lich now now is at level 5. Could get to level 6 if it gets one more unit from the human army. However, Sock is not going to be making that easy. Inner fire across multiple riflemen, and the priests still have a fair amount of mana to cast more. Obsidian statue ready to go in that frontline location. Goblin Tinker sitting at level 5. Archmage sitting at 6. Priests, lots of them all here, ready to move on through as the Goblin Tinker now going to dive on and perhaps try and put pressure to that Black Citadel. Black Citadel taking a lot of damage. We should be looking at ghouls coming off of this line here in just a moment, but they're all getting stuck behind these abominations as the damage on that Black Citadel is slowly rising. All right, there's another round of those pocket, cluster rockets. There goes a priest and big Frost Nova again, and this Black Citadel still seeing that 12-7, 12 or now 118. Or what? You guys can see how many hit points it has.
Our town is under siege.
All right. More damage coming through. Abominations are here ready to go. Crypt Fiends are here all ready to go as well. Rifleman going to go ahead and get engage and try to take down the Black Citadel, which it should be able to do here. There's an Impale, but that is pretty much not going to be enough. Catafish, thank you for the follow, as the Crypt Lord attempting to stop all of the shenanigans here. Human army or undead army will be revealed in about 2 minutes. Death Knight now trying to get away. Abominations with that disease cloud and that Crypt Lord looking to back away again, able to deal so much damage as WFZ perhaps going to try and slip through once more. There goes a slaughterhouse. There is a graveyard and some ziggurats here. That is pretty much all that is left. WFZ has to rethink what he did in this match and how he lost to mass rifle casters. Death Coil, Frost Nova right there. And let's take a look. Priests are all here at mastery training, just constantly toggling the abilities to make sure that these guys are able to effectively churn out damage and support in the battle. All right, where are we going next? Goblin Tinker now ready to move on out. Meanwhile, yep, army is coming as well. WFZ doesn't realize how badly he is outnumbered. And, well, the 38 supply compared to 66. Army almost twice in size now. As the Archmage is going to go ahead and perhaps try and catch a little bit of an issue. There's Clocket Rockets again as the Death Knight now looks to back away. All right, let's take a look at what's happening here. Death Knight now shows up. Archmage says, you know what? I can do some things too. I can just freeze you for a little bit of time. And, well, no. WFZ does not want anything to do with the freeze. Yep, invasion is possible now. No mining off over here at the north. Let's take a look. There's a ghoul down right there. And, well, some mining down across here as well. All right, Crypt Fiends Rifleman going straight after all of these ziggurats. And WFZ has left the game. Sock taking this game 1-0. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.